Myself, Rathod Harsad M. Today, I take the lecture. My lecture topic is gastroesophageal reflux disease. Let's begin the lecture.
The full form of GERD is gastroesophageal reflux disease. In this figure, we can see this healthy stomach and GERD stomach. In healthy stomach, cardiac pinch meter is closed, and in GERD stomach, cardiac pinch meter is opened and allowing reflexes. What is GERD? GERD is a condition where the gastric juice containing acid or duodenal content travel back from the stomach into the esophagus is called a GERD. In that, acid content of stomach and duodenal black flow from the stomach through the esophagus is called a GERD. Next, cause of the GERD. First, hiatal hernia. Hiatal hernia means displacement of the part of the stomach. Second, incomplete lower esophageal sphincter. The lower esophageal sphincter is incomplete. Third, pyloric stenosis. Pyloric stenosis means thickness the membrane of the stomach. Fourth, smoking. Fifth, obesity. And sixth, pregnancy. Pregnancy creates a pressure on the abdomen and produces symptoms like regurgitation. Then we can learn about the pathophysiology of GERD. Due to any cause, just like hiatal hernia, incompletion of cardiac pinch meter, obesity, smoking, that leads to incomplete lower esophageal pinch meter and anti-reflex mechanism that can produce an anti-reflex mechanism and cardiac pinch meter is opened. That leads to gastric content into the esophagus and beyond. In that, content of the stomach or duodenum travel back from the stomach through the esophagus. That leads to mucosal damage and that leads to sign symptoms like regurgitation, nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, heartburn, etc. Then we can learn about clinical manifestation of gastroesophageal reflux disease. Common symptom: heartburn and regurgitation is the common symptom of GERD. Next, other symptom: bloody or black stool or bloody vomiting. Then chest pain. Then dysphagia. Dysphagia means difficulty in swallowing. Then nausea, hoarseness of sound, weight loss, dental disease, wheezing, dry cough or chronic sore throat. That is the clinical manifestation of GERD. Then we can learn about diagnostic evaluation of GERD. First, we take the history collection of the patient. In that, we can take the complete medical history, dietary pattern, patient habit, etc. Then, physical examination, barium swallow test, esophagogastroduodenoscopy. It means visualization of esophagus, stomach and duodenum. Biopsy and esophageal manometry. In this slide, we can see this esophagogastroduodenoscopy. Then we can learn about management of GERD. First, we can learn about medical management of the GERD. We can provide the patient antacid medication such as Rentec or Zentec, then proton pump inhibitor, omeprazole or pantoprazole, acid suppressant and prokinetic agent. Prokinetic agent is a medication that prevent the vomiting. Then surgical management of gastroesophageal reflux disease. First, Nissen-Fundo application or Stretta procedure. In this slide, we can see this bad or good for GERD. Fatty food and alcohol is bad for GERD, and whole grains and fibers are good for GERD. Then we can learn about nursing management of GERD. First, promote lifestyle of the patient. The nurse promote the lifestyle of the patient such as dietary pattern, sleeping pattern, patient habit, etc. Second, reduce the smoking. The nurse instruct the patient to do not smoke. Then, avoid constrictive clothing over the abdomen. The nurse instruct the patient, do not wear a constrictive cloth. It can create a pressure on abdomen. Fourth, avoid activity that involves straining, heavy lifting or working in a bent over position. Activity or heavy lifting, it can create a pressure on abdomen and produce symptoms like regurgitation. Elevate the head of the bed at least 6 to 8 inches for sleep using a wooden blocks. Elevating the head is good for GERD. Never sleep flat in bed. The nurse instruct the patient to do not sleep flat in bed. Then do not lie down for 3 to 4 hours after eating, a time frame for greatest reflex. The nurse instruct the patient do not lie down 3 to 4 hours after eating the meal. Eat 4 to 6 small meals daily. Instruct the patient do not take heavy meals but take 4 to 6 small meals daily. Avoid any food that directly produces the heartburn. The nurse instruct the patient do not take any food who can produce a heartburn, just like alcohol, chocolate, coffee or fatty food. And last one, advise the patient to sit or stand when taking any solid medication. Emphasize the need to follow the drug with at least 100 ml of liquid. Advise the patient to sit when nurse giving the medication, and nurse giving the medication in 100 ml of liquid.